Yeah, I've not done a record haul video in a while, so I thought I'd go through some of the bits I found quite lately in the last few weeks and months, and then mainly through the last weeks, really, since I've been back at university for my third year. And I've been popping down to Cardiff Record Exchange quite regularly, and then moving to a new premises. And I've been with my record collecting club at the university, so we've got a lot of records, and he's put out a lot of really cheap ones as well. So to start off with, we have the red and blue Beatles albums. Pretty nice copies of each. I bought the blue one for my girlfriend, the red one for me. Yeah, I think they're sort of about 1973, about a fiver each. Good condition, so happy with those. Moving along, we have a mono rubber revolver. We do have a rubber sole as well. Believe both are mono, which is pretty nice to find because I do prefer some of these Beatles records in mono. And both of them, yeah, clean up. They should clean up pretty well. Again, nothing cost me more than a fiver, maybe like £4 or £5 each. So those are pretty nice. What else have we got here? Well, I've been picking up a few jam and filling in some of the gaps in my collection. This is the Modern World. Quite a nice copy of that, which I'm quite pleased with. I beat somebody else to it in the shop, and they were quite annoyed that I did. And another time I went in there, I just grabbed a cheap copy of In the City, I think for £1 or £2. I believe this is an original, and I have a reissue show, but this one looks better condition, and it was only £1. I think you just wanted a shot of a few records, so that one was nice to pick up. Next up, we have something which was very cheap. This is the band's Rock of Ages. You see there's a £4 sticker there. Bit of damage, but the records look really good. Yeah, we're all nice skateful, and I love the band, and I love their live records, so I will definitely be playing this a lot. Yeah, well, what else have we got here? More from the Exchange. This is Let's Dance by David Bowie. Yeah, again, a pretty nice copy. I mean, Bowie's probably my favourite musician, and I have a lot of Bowie records, and there's still quite a lot I'm missing, but yeah, I've not got round to getting this one for a few years, but now I have one. Again, it only cost me about £3-4, so yeah, that should be a pretty nice one to play. I'm looking forward to having that one on very much. Led Zeppelin as well. I'm slowly completing my Led Zeppelin collection. This is In Through the Light Door. There's a few marks on the disc, but it should be okay. And I think I only need Coda now, and I have pretty much all the classic Led Zeppelin records. And I've just won a copy of The Song Remains the Same, the soundtrack, for only a few quid. So that was pretty nice. Yeah, that's again about £4. It was just chucking out a lot of cheap stuff, a lot of great stock. This is something I've been after for a long time. This is the Style Council Cafe Blue. It's got the booklet in it, and I've been after this one quite a while, and so it's nice to have one. I mean, a bit of damage there, but it'll be okay. Yeah, here we are. Here's our fancy booklet, but no, I mean I'm quite happy to have that on my collection now. Well, and yeah, there's just the amount of stuff being put out for next to nothing in the Exchange was quite a lot. This is Iron Maiden's Live After Death. Again, really lovely condition. It needs a bit of a clean, and the stickers have said that might clean up okay. On £3, so I'll give it a go. The sleeve, yeah, like I said, the sleeves in a lovely neck. The record should be okay. So, and it's a loud album anyway, so it'll be fun to play and listen to. And next up, we have a very nice one. This is a first press of What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. Cost me all of £2. Again, it needs a clean. I think it will probably play okay, really. And a lot of the records of this, of its time, they might look a bit rough, but once you have them on, they sound really good. And a lot of the reviews say, if you're going to get any copy of What's Going On, get the UK first, because it sounds really good. So hopefully that will be a nice little player. Wow, gosh, there's so many records here. I picked up a few from a charity shop called the Greyhound Rescue down in Cardiff, sort of under a different bit of a city. So, but we went along, and then I found quite a few records in there. Just one day, I go quite often, but so I was just very lucky on this day because there was lots of Kate Bush here, and Peter Gabriel as well, because we have So by Peter Gabriel. You can see up there, £1.45 they cost me. All the records are in really, really nice condition, so I'm really unsure why these were all donated to a charity shop. They look like they were owned by somebody who, even though really liked records or really looked after them, so it's very odd. So yeah, So by Peter Gabriel. Kick Inside by Kate Bush, £1.45. I mean, look at these. All of them have got brand new inner sleeves in them, and they're all really clean records. So it does seem very odd, but great bargains anyway. And Peter Gabriel is another one, very nice. And there you go. This is one I've wanted for quite a while actually. And two Kate Bush, Lionheart, and Never Forever, which is I do have a copy of at home, but this one is a nice sort of upgrade. So those will be quite fun to listen to, I think, when I get home. Bit of a bargain. Yeah. So I've been to a record fair recently. I think it was the Penarth Record Fair, and I picked up quite a few sort of new records, but there was a few old ones as well. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, one of the things I did get was this. This was Joni Mitchell's, of course, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. And yeah, he had them in like a £3 box, but I got this and the next one I'll show you for £2.50 each after a bit of haggling. So that's really good. I mean, this is a double album, and it's a pretty nice nick. I think it should play pretty well, and yeah, I'm quite keen to get that on and see how it sounds. Yeah, so the other one I got from that same vendor was a very okay sort of copy of St. Dominic's Preview by Van Morrison, which I think should play up. I mean, it's hard to come by for nice clean copies of this record, but it should be okay. Should tidy up. And well, yeah, what else did I get in there? Well, I think I got this for about £5. I think Salisbury by Uriah Heep, Salisbury, sorry, but it's yeah, not an original. I don't think. See that Island Pink rim, but it's okay. It's a great album, and one I definitely would like to listen to. So that was pretty nice. Something else from Charity Shop. We've had this Vangelis, the Apocalypse de Animaux Société soundtrack to a French animal series he did, which was quite unusual, but the music's really good. I think, what did I pay? £4. And I think it goes for a fair bit more than that. I think it's slightly hard to come by, but that's a nice one to pick up for sure. Two from the Record Exchange. We've had two. Actually, this one was from the Record Exchange, and this one was from Kelly's in the market. Yeah, so two very nice middle period Fleetwood Mac records. I've been waiting to pick up some of these for a long time. Bare Trees is brilliant, and I definitely recommend this if you haven't heard it. I think both of them quite early pressings. I would say cost me about £8 each, maybe less. So they were real good bargains because they are hard to find. And I like all the sort of different eras of Fleetwood Mac, and that's a real special one, really. So yeah, what else we got? So next up we got this from Kelly's, which I was really pleased to pick up about a week or two ago. It's of course the Flying Burrito Brothers and the Gilded Palace of Sin. Yeah, there's a bit of damage on the back cover. You can see that I think another cover got stuck to it, and I managed to peel the most of it off, and this picture's pretty much mostly unaffected. Some of the credits have got a bit rough, but yeah, I only paid £4 for it. So that's a really good deal. I mean, it's the Yet Sale reissue from the 80s, and I've really wanted a copy of this album, so I'm very keen to get that home and play it. And it was just cheap because a bit of damage on the sleeve, should be fine. And yeah, well, something else from that same Kelly's. I think this was bought this pretty much when I moved back to university. This is of course the first Van Halen album, called Van Halen. It's a very nice pickup. I've been after this forever, and yeah, it's hard to come by. So I'm very pleased to get this copy. Yeah, I've not really seen one since I bought it. So yeah, get this if you see it around, because it's a fantastic record. This is Dr. John. This is something a bit different, really, isn't it? This is In the Right Place. Yeah, I've again, I don't see this record very much often. I bought this in the vinyl for a fair bit, but it was a good deal at the time. And I believe it's the first press, very nice condition. You just don't see Dr. John records too often, and I do like it. I did want some, so hopefully this should be a good player. So I like it's got great cover artwork anyway, and yeah, and I've also been picking up sort of a few more from that Kelly's in the market. So this is of course Rock and Roll with the Modern Lovers, which I think is this the second Modern Lovers album? I believe so. It's got Of course, the big tune on this one is Egyptian reggae. Yeah, terrific. I love buying anything Jonathan Richman, especially cheap. I think about £8 in the end. So yeah, real thrilled with that. That should sound really good on my record player. And a Joni I didn't have, but I did need. This is Court and Spark. Again, pretty much same price. Gatefold, great condition. A lot of the Joni you'd see isn't very good condition, and you need nice clean copies. Fortunately, this one is really clean. So I'm looking forward to getting that one on. And yeah, so I've been picking up a few online as well. Been picking up a few sort of here and there, and just bidding on things on eBay or whatever. This is another one from the Penarth Record Fair. This is Tattoo You by the Rolling Stones. I think a fiver. Record's really clean. So yeah, really pleased to add that to my Stones collection. And I've been buying a few Stones as well, sort of online, and just sort of filling in the gaps a little bit, the ones I really want. And I got a nice copy of Get Your Yayas Out. I believe this is an original. I don't think I paid £5 is 5, 6, 7. And yeah, really, really nice condition. So I'm looking forward to getting that on. Big fan of that album. And something I really wanted for a long time. And I think it should be okay. This is Exile on Main Street, 1972 pressing. A few marks here and there. I think I paid about 7. That it should be okay. I think a lot of it, it's a loud album, and some noise will probably add to the ambience of it a little bit. But yeah, it's a lovely copy. No postcards, but not many have the postcards anymore. So hopefully for now it'll be a nice playable copy of Exile. And yeah. This is something else I picked up online, which of course isn't in terrific condition, but it might clean up, might be okay. This is Toots and the Maytals with Funky Kingston on Ireland. Very nice. Like that one. And oh gosh, there's so much here. And this is one that I think should be okay. This is of course Let It Be by the Beatles. This is a US pressing. Would you believe it? Yeah, I believe this only cost me like £4 in Kelly's, which is really odd because a lot of their Beatles are usually quite high prices. So fair enough, because they're quite collectible. I don't think I've got any American presses of any Beatles albums, so this is my first one. Nice thick cardboard. The record looks pretty good shape, so yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that on. Because I also picked up the latest reissue as well. Well, I picked up the reissue of Let It Be before. I bought that one because it was really cheap online. I think it was about £12 or something. Still sealed, and I think that this should be a good player. And it'll be nice to compare the two versions. But I believe the US first press it does get good reviews. So I'd be interested to hear that. Of course, Masters of Reality, Black Sabbath, again, £8, really nice condition from the exchange. Yeah, I have a really ratty copy of this, so I'll sell that one. I probably make my money back because it's the mad bloody prices Black Sabbath records go for nowadays, but this is a very nice one, so I'm looking forward to having that on. Something else I picked up online, which was only £1. I won it in an auction on Facebook. This is Lucy Dacus from Boy Genius. This is one of her solo records called Home Video. I apologise if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I don't know her too well, but I like some of the Boy Genius music, and I listened to this record before bidding on it. I thought, wow, that sounds good. So I bid £1 and I won it. So it was very, very much a bargain. Yeah, nice gatefold. Haven't opened it yet, but looking forward to once I get home, and I bet that will be quite a good listen. And what else we got? This was something I think I only won for £1 as well. This is a reissue of Bob Dylan's self-portrait, which I needed just to sort of fill my Dylan collection, fill in a couple of gaps. Yeah, I paid £1 for it. I think it's not that bad an album. It's quite a famously difficult record to get into, but I'll give it a go, and it's a really nice copy, so I'll have a go with it. Next up, this is something very nice from the exchange. This is Elvis Is Back. He had this in his reduced section. There we go, look, £5. I think I paid a few quid less than that because he's very nice in there, and he sometimes gives me money off because I go in there so often probably. But this is nice out. I believe this is on coloured vinyl, but I'm not entirely sure. It's brand new anyway. It's got tracks like Fever. It's a really well recorded album, and I knew this was the sort of the post-war one. The first one was really well suited for good hi-fi systems. Let's hope. So that'll be on my new turntable. Yeah, but it's a slightly different cover than it had. Yeah, like coloured vinyl. I don't know what colour. I think it might be green, which would make sense with the whole military vibe. And yeah, something else from that record fair I went to. This is Hendrix Live in the West. Very pretty package. Double album, still sealed. I mean, bit of it's come off at the top there, but it's Hendrix. And yeah, it's hard to come, but still hard to find his albums. I still don't have any of the main free studio records. I have a few of the live ones, but I don't have any of the free studio records. This is very unusual because I've got most other, big classic rock records at the moment, but not that one. Something else from the exchange. We have this. We have Shake Some Action by the Flaming Groovies. Oh, I've wanted this record for a very long time. Got it for a really good price. Yeah, it's a cracker, isn't it? But so that's a nice one. Next up, we have some. What's this? This is from Record Fair. Paid £10 for this. This is Thunder and Lightning, brand new copy by Thin Lizzy. This is very nice. So I think even originals of this go for about twice that, maybe a bit more. So it's nice to get a nice reissue of it. Hopefully it should play okay. We'll have a few sort of reissues as well. Oh, I've got more Stones in this box. Of course, this is December's Children and Everybody's. Nice Japanese copy. Look, see how nice I'll be. Stereo, I think. It's a pretty nice Stones record. It's got Come On, which is one of my favourite Stone tracks. So that looks very nice indeed. A very nice condition for. I'm be very interested in picking up some more Japanese pressings. Not really got many at all. This is another Japanese pressing. I went off Facebook. This is Magic Christian Music by Badfinger, which is their first album. No Robbie, but it should be pretty nice condition. I mean, Badfinger albums are notoriously hard to find. I found about £20 on the floor a few weeks ago and decided, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. So a record I really want. So I bought this Magic Christian Music by Badfinger. It's pretty nice. And if we move on to maybe some new things that I've picked up, like new sealed records. So this is from Penarth Record Fair as well. This is Leonard Cohen live at the Isle of Wight, 1970, double album set. Again, a tenner. This is a really, fantastic price for that. I think it was the only copy I had in the box, so I was very pleased to pick that one up. And and this one I think came off eBay. This is GP by Graham Parsons. Again, very sort of hard to come by maybe for originals, but the reissue is pretty well priced. I think I paid about £7 for this, so that should be pretty nice. I am getting into a lot of the Graham Parsons stuff. I'd really like a copy of the Sweetheart of the Rodeo by the Byrds, which I haven't got. This is a very nice copy of the Dictionary of Soul by Otis Redding. If you see, look, mono and stereo, this is a double album set of both the mono and stereo versions. I probably might move on my older Ratty copy, because this is a lovely sort of set. So, but again, I paid about £8 for it at the start of the term, so that was a very, very good buy. And this was something I bought before I came back to university, but it turned up by the time I got here. Nice little copy of Otis Blue stereo, blue coloured vinyl, I think. So yeah, that should be a pretty nice listen. Of course, I love this record. And again, originals are getting a bit hard to find in nice shape. So yeah, it'd be nice to compare my mono and stereo versions. This is, of course, Kendrick Lamar, A Kid, Mad City. This is a double album. And that bit again, paid about 5, 6, 7 for that double. It's quite, Kendrick records are quite in demand really, and I've not really got one until now, so I'm pleased to get one for not very much at all. This is called Sub Rock by John Mayer, which I was having a think about what records would sound really good on my new record player, and I thought this one would. And I do like this record. I like John Mayer a lot, so I think that'd be quite fun to listen to. Clear mint vinyl. I think paid about £10 again. I don't really spend too much on new records, so I like to keep it sort of cheap and cheerful. This was one I really wanted. This was The Cure and Disintegration for pretty much the same price. This was on Facebook Marketplace. double album. It'd been opened and that, but it looked like they had a careful owner before, so that should be nice to listen to. Yeah, well, there's been a few cheap records going up on Amazon lately for about £7, up to about £12. And I'm using my girlfriend's Amazon Prime sometimes, so I don't have to pay delivery. So now I've got a few good records out of that. So I believe this one was one of the first ones on there, which was about £11. This is Primal Scream, Screamadelica double album. It's like the prices were ridiculous. So I was very pleased to pick up that one. I've got more in here. This is of course New York Dolls. This was not one off Amazon. This was off eBay. Coloured vinyl, pink one. I went to New York and I didn't see much about this album or see any copies. So I just thought I'd order one, and I got it on eBay for a pretty good price. I think about tenner. So that's pretty nice to find. Still sealed. Sorry, I'm picking up the wrong records. And what else is it? Here they are. This is Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. But about £7. And sometimes on Amazon they come and go, the offers, so you've got to be on the ball. And I was very lucky to be on the ball with that one, so that's a very nice copy. I'm very excited to put that one on indeed. And that's just a couple have turned up in the last week or so. Sketches of Spain by Miles Davis. About £7. Lovely copy, new one. I believe it's the Columbia Legacy reissue, so should be pretty good sounding. And Van Morrison, The Healing Game. I'm not that well aware of the later Van Morrison records, but a lot of people online said this is one of the best ones. If you like sort of the 70s Van Morrison, that's the one to go for next. I love those 70s Van Morrison records, so I think it should be a pretty good listen. And we've just got a couple more to go, really. Thank you for watching this very long video. But we've got two more records. We've got Sunflower by the Beach Boys. Really wanted a copy of this. I believe this is like a reissue from the 80s. And I wanted one that didn't have cotton fields at the start. I just wanted the US track listing, as it was. This is the one. Really nice condition. And again, paid like £6-7 for it. It's been so hard to find, and I've finally got a copy, and I hope it sounds good, because I've been looking for this one for so long. And of course, last thing, AM by Arctic Monkeys. I saw Arctic Monkeys last year. I've been picking up a few of their albums here and there. This one goes for mad prices now, new, but I got a used copy for not very much indeed, and I think it should be okay. I saw them and they were great fun, and they sound really good on a nice hi-fi system. AM by Arctic Monkeys for about 10 or so. So that pretty much brings it to a close of my record collecting video. So thank you very much for watching this. If you like it, go and check out my other videos, which I'll show off some of my other records. Of course, subscribe and do what you like, really. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.